Hello friends, welcome back on another day of Project Zomboid. It's day 5, and of course we're going to be checking out our injuries, taking off these bandages, replacing the ones that are bad, and of course any ones that have been healed, we all set. Skipping over a majority of the standard routine of the day, I decided to actually speed up this entire day of day 5 because it became very relaxing. However, as every YouTuber tells you, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, share with your friends, etc. as we grow the channel. Thank you. Let's talk about foraging. On the Twitch stream, I've actually had a number of people pop in and ask questions about foraging, so I want to cover some basic tips. Berries, pretty much accessible to everybody once you get started in the game. Here's a list of the common berries you will always find. However, my favorite type of berries are the blueberry, blackberry, and winterberry, and these berries are considered non-poisonous whenever you find them. All other berries can be found as poisonous at a random chance, with the exception of these two berries, who are 90% of the time always poisonous. As you grow in level, you're going to be able to find vegetables, crops, mushrooms. Mushrooms come in many varieties, but they can also be found as poisonous as well. At level 4, you will be able to find onions and wild plants. Special note about rosehip, they are always non-perishable. By level 6, oranges, lemons, limes, and other peppers can be unlocked, along with rats as a meat option. By level 8, apples, pumpkins, the majority of the fruits and vegetables in the loot table are available. By level 10, you unlock watermelons, pineapples, dead rabbits, and all other items that are actually found in-game. Occupations do matter when it comes to foraging. The chef, farmer, and park ranger have the best chances of finding food, having a 50% increase in one of the different food categories. Finally, the traits that you choose do impact the radius from when you're searching. It's that large circle that you see around my character during my foraging sessions. A few closing notes would be that your foraging level, yes, increases the opportunity to find items, but it also increases the quality of the item that you find as well. A single berry can be found at level 0. You can pick up 6 and they will have more hunger by the time you make it to level 10, for example. If you take note to the time of day I decided to sit down, go ahead and finish up the day with this because there is no point for me to go out and do looting or any more foraging considering the time of day was getting close to life and living. And with that, in under 5 minutes, we finished the day 5. Moving on to day 6. On day 6, if you're not already aware, the helicopter event can start and can begin at any point in time from day 6 to day 9, according to the wiki. In my experience, however, there are conditions. The first condition, the helicopter can only come between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. The helicopter will search for you for up to 4 hours. So, if you stay hidden in your base, the helicopter will stay above you for 4 hours, for example. Do not be fooled if the helicopter goes away after that 1 to 4 hour wait time. The helicopter can return if it's in the same day still. There are a few early warning signs that you can have to know that the helicopter is coming. 1, you can get yourself a radio so that way you can hear the broadcast of air activity. Or 2, recognizing whether or not it is between the 6 days to 9 days and there is no weather outside. In my experience, I found that helicopter events do not happen during rain or thunderstorms. So what are you up to? I am preparing myself for a potential helicopter event. On top of that, I remembered that we have a car waiting for us near that school. As such, I have a gas can, and there's a gas station at the north side of Rosewood. So I'm heading there to at least fill out the gas can so I can put gas in the car and potentially get away when the helicopter event begins. Now remember, despite all this fighting and zombies hanging on the ground, I don't want to actually be caught with the helicopter sitting on top of us. So sometimes it's just better to go run, grab what you need, and get out of dodge. All right, let's talk about the game market real quick. It's always a good idea to pick up food when you can, depending on the type of player that you are. For me, I figured grabbing some food while I was here, not to mention pulling this horde into this building, would allow me to make a quick escape. The biggest problem with that means there are going to be zombies here the next time I come by, but the food that is there will be stale, potentially rotten as days go by. So it's a good idea, if you can, run inside, get yourself some food, and get out of dodge. Despite being downtown, this is actually one of my favorite bases in Rosewood. On the second story, you're going to find an apartment building right above the books and nooks and many of the other locations over here. It doesn't really matter which building specifically so long as you're on the second floor, primarily because if you pull zombies this direction, they will always lose you by the time you go upstairs and choose a room that you're going to hang out in. There were a ton of exits from this top floor. However, I decided to just walk down the stairs. 9 times out of 10, the zombies walk right past the stairs rather than coming up it, so it's usually safe to walk down the stairs and walk out the front door, but sometimes you'll trail zombies behind you doing that. Do you remember fence trees? Well, you use high fences to escape zombies if you jump over it after you pull them to your side. So note what I do here. Oh, the Rosewood Fire Station. You have to realize that I still was expecting the helicopter event to potentially land, because it can still land this late. You remember, up until 7 o'clock. We'll deal with the zombies in the immediate area, and even though the supply cost is here, we decided to leave the axes simply because the weight associated with it was just too much at the time. From here, we head upstairs. Remember that our character is obese, so catching our breath as much as possible is very important. If you haven't been paying attention to the top right hand corner of the screen, we've been going in and out of exhaustion for a while, and we have been moving about for most of the day. So catch your breath, move on. As 7 o'clock approaches, this is a really good road to be on. You'll notice that we've been really kind of relaxed for the most part, despite the killing and moving about from zombies and whatnot. It hasn't been that bad. So if the helicopter event were to happen right now, for example, I have multiple options. I can go to the north, follow this road, and move through the neighborhood. I can go to the south, which you'll find a construction site, and a few other, knickknacks. Pretty much just forest area, which I can slip about and just keep walking into farmland. So having options is super important. But I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a great run. Alright, this is about the moment in the video when I tell you that the helicopter event doesn't actually end up landing on us on this particular video. That's next episode, which will be our day 7, our final day. We do have footage of the helicopter event. Yay! But in truth, I was really digging this song because I was having a Charlie Brown vibe, and I just kind of went with it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, we're just moseying on back home at the moment, enjoying the fact that everything worked out in our favor. We got gas, we got ourselves some food, we managed to kill a few zombies and clear a path to our home. So I'm happy about that. All right, let's set the mood. Like I said before, right? So, I love driving music. Anything with a nice beat that can get you like in that mood. This is the thing for you. We dump our food and our supplies and whatnot. Recognize that it's always good. Important to think that you can grab your food fairly quickly and just take stock of how long it might take for you to grab the bare essentials. I do like to keep as much of the things I need in my bag on my person, and anything that is perishable thrown into the refrigerator, but that's about it. So organization is key. So we did miss life and living at this point, but that doesn't mean that you should waste your day. I do have another set of books, the carpentry book I can start working on. Even though my foraging skill is not maxed out, I don't have the foraging level 5 volume, so work with what you have. It's been a lot of fun making this video series and doing the edits and whatnot. It's a lot of work too, so I am going to put myself out there and say that I know I'm a little bit late on my schedule, but at the same time, again, I'm having a lot of fun playing with it, and I am a bit of a perfectionist, so even these voiceovers aren't the way I want them to be. Before we end the night, we should take quick stock of our medical situation to see if we're healed. It looks like we still have our injury, but that's okay. We are definitely ready to handle any helicopter event that comes our way. To that point, remember to tune in for the next episode. My name is BV. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.